What are the effects of dehydration when it comes to your body? Or can you tell if a person is dehydrated through their feet?
So yeah, so one of the main things that we look at, not only in the feet but in the whole body is a thing that we talk about as skin turgor. So basically, what that means, I mean, it's you got to say these big terms, right? You basically pinch the skin, and it should rebound really quickly. It should pretty much go back to its regular elasticity. But if you're dehydrated, then it may not. It may stay kind of that wrinkly kind of there. And so not just looking at the feet, you kind of look at, the mouth or the eyes, we call them the mucous membranes. And a lot of times they can look drier. And that's one of the hallmark signs of dehydration as well. And so like you were saying, you gotta drink water. You gotta drink. And especially this time of year when it's getting cooler and you may not feel as hot as you would in the summer, you may not feel that thirst, but it's still important that you're, drinking, water, daily. And what I do, I try to carry a water bottle with me because I'm just saying, like, in this time, I'm not quite as thirsty. And so I just have it with me and I see it. And I'm like, well, I guess I better take a drink. I know my wife, when she was driving in the car, she would have her water bottle every time she stopped, whether it's at a red light, at a stop sign, you drink some water. And so those little things can kind of try to help you stay hydrated throughout the day.
So how does winter weather affect like your hydration or dehydration? What happens when the weather gets cooler?
Well, it's not necessarily the weather, it's really our drive to want to drink and want to be thirsty. So in the summer, if you're walking around outside, your body's going to be losing that sweat a lot. And so it's just going to drive that thirst center in your body, right? But in the winter, it's already cool. You may not be moving as much. A lot of people stay inside during the winter. They're not outside as much, as they are in the summer. So naturally, they're just not going to drink as much. So it's more of a behavioral issue. And it's just something that, again, you got to be intentional about during the fall and the winter to say, I'm going to make sure I stay hydrated because you still need that water. Your cells in your body, they still need the water to run your metabolism and do the functions that they need to do.